Hello, Gearing Master, and we're replaying some more of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, beating Breath of the Wild without dying. And here we are, we made it to Zora's domain. And we are standing in front of the King of Zora, King Dorephan. Ah, you must be the Hylian that Sidon brought here, correct? You did well to come all the way here. I am King Dorephan, ruler of the Zora. The object upon your waist, is that not a Sheikah slate? Now that I've gotten a good look at who you are, it is way too clear who you are. You are Hylian Champion Link. Do not tell me you have forgotten me. The Hylian Champion? You can't mean the Link, that champion? So that's where I've heard your name before. What a fateful coincidence that we should cross paths. I cannot believe it. The Hylian Champion Link has appeared before us. We have met numerous times. I'll have you know. So many memories. My friend is overflowing with nostalgia, my friend. I heard a terrible rumor that you had fallen in combat, but it appears you have managed to survive. Extraordinary. I lost my memory, King Dorephan. Come again? You say you have lost your memory. But surely you must remember my precious daughter, Mipha, yes? You do you not? Mipha who? I cannot believe it. Have you truly forgotten my dear Mipha as well? You and Mipha were so close, yet you do not remember her? Young hero, please look upon the beauty of Zora's domain. Do you see that statue? Does gazing upon Mipha's immortalized form still not jog your memory? Well, perhaps your memory will return in time. I dearly hope so. Father, I do not believe that discussing my sister is helping matters at the moment. Link seems confused. Oh? Yes, of course. But first, it is worth noting how remarkable it is that Sidon brought a champion here without realizing it. That is quite a feat, my boy. Wahaha! That is a good one. Link, I doubt that you have endured a great many trials. Still, I must ask you to hear my plea. Now then, hero, I must inform you that Zora's domain is in danger of vanishing because of Divine Beast Ruta. I shall do you the courtesy speaking bluntly. We cannot alone stop this beast. Will you lend us your strength? What? King Dorephan, my liege, please do not speak so! To ask a Hylian for help, why the very thought of it curls my fins! Muzu, I expected more of you. How can you still protest? Muzu, it is rude to speak like that to your king and his guest. Link is here because I invited him. With such unprecedented rainfall, we have no choice but to rely on the aid of a trustworthy Hylian. Have we not already discussed this and arrived at that very conclusion? He is the key to saving Zora's domain. I have no doubt in my mind. So, Muzu, do you understand now? Indeed, Link is a champion through and through. As things now stand, Zora's domain... Nay, perhaps all of Hyrule is doomed to be swallowed by the sea. This is bigger than all of us, my friend. Zora and Hylians alike must put aside our differences and band together. Have you forgotten already, my king? We cannot trust these lowly Hylians. 100 years ago, they abused the power of the ancient civilization and turned Hyrule into what it is today. And that is not the least of it. It is their fault that Lady Mipha was lost to us. Link. Divine Beast Ruta has great power. It has the unique ability to create an endless supply of water. Of late, it has been mercilessly spouting water into the air. As a result, this area has been plagued by heavy rains. For us, Zora, water and air as one. For us, Zora, water and air are as one, so you would not think this would be quite so critical of a problem. Sadly, the rains have filled the eastern reservoir nearly to the point of flooding. If the reservoir bursts, as it soon will, I fear immense damage will befall not only Zora's domain, but also the area downstream from us. Their Hylian lives are in very grave danger. The divine beast is crying out once again. Here we go. This is Divine Beast Varuta, our second divine beast. Amazing. Vamedo was a bird-like divine beast. Now this is an elephant-like divine beast. That divine beast Varuta. Your Princess Zelda often studied the divine beast. That is in the time before the Great Calamity. According to her research, the orbs located on Ruta's shoulder are the mechanisms that can control the water it generates. However, they require electricity to work. These orbs are clearly out of control now because there was no electricity coursing through to stop them. Sagan, who is quite shock resistant for a Zora, hit one with a shock arrow. Sure enough, it slowed the water a bit. Unfortunately, as an aquatic race, we Zora are terribly vulnerable to the power of electricity. Perhaps because we cannot safely strike it with enough electricity at once. The water soon returned to its full force. That is why I went in search of a Hylian who could help us. Link, I am certain you have already figured this out, but we need you to use shock arrows to get those orbs working properly again. I will aid you in any way I can, of course. Please, hero, I beg of you, help me stop Ruta's rampage and destruction. Well, what? Princess Zelda herself instructed you to board Divine Beast and appease it from within? So then Princess Zelda is still alive? Yeah, in Hyrule Castle. I do not believe it. She was alive this whole time, just as you were. The events of 100 years ago cannot be altered. It is true. But if we can regain control of Divine Beast, they may yet prove useful in sealing Calamity Ganon once and for all. I did not know you had such grand ambitions, Link. Wondrous. Naturally, I shall help too. Alright, Sidon, you're gonna be weak to electricity, but alright. Once it has stopped rampaging, you can easily climb inside. Come, Link, let us appease Ruta together. I'm in. Let's do this, Sidon. Thank you, Link. Truly, we are in your debt. Our goal is the same. That means our meeting was nothing short of destiny. Now then, allow me to offer you this gift as a show of faith. Alright, here we go. We're going to get the Zora armor, which is, swim speed up custom armor painstakingly crafted by each generation's Zora princess for her future husband. Wearing it will give you the ability to swim up waterfalls. So yeah, we can now swim up waterfalls and a little bit of swim speed. We can really go fast. Swimming up waterfalls. So yeah, there we go. If we look on our inventory, we can actually equip it. Just equip it right now. I recommend you equip it right now, because you will need it. So just equip it right now. And, there we go. So, Yeah, so yeah, this is my inventory, and yeah, so as you can see, there's Zora armor. So here we go. So as long as you wear this, you can ascend waterfalls just like Zora. Please take good care of it. King Dorephan! Surely you do not really intend to give this outsider the Zora armor. Countless generations of Zora princesses have gifted that armor to the one they have sworn to marry. And Mipha did want to marry Link in the end. Princess Mipha made that one there with her own hands. It is far too important to entrust to a shady Hylian. Well, yeah, actually, Mipha actually did make it for me, so technically it should be mine. He may be a champion, but Mipha had no such relationship with it. Why should he receive such an honor? Yeah, she did have a relationship with me. This is just too much, my liege. I do not understand one bit. That Muzu is not easily swayed once his mind is set. You must understand, he was in charge of educating my dear daughter Mipha. Naturally, she means a lot to him, just as she means the world to us. Ever since we lost her to the calamity, he has grown to despise Hylians. I hope you can forgive his rudeness. But what shall we do now? I tasked Muzu with finding the shock arrows we will need to appease Ruta. But now he has rushed off in a huff. Link, do not let his words concern you. I will work this out with Muzu. I shall return shortly. Sidon, I suppose that means you are going to tell him... Link, Muzu's most likely at the square down below. Would you mind going there? I would like you to try and speak with him. Alright, so there we go. So yeah, we're gonna find out really soon that Mipha was really close to us and made this armor for us. And yeah, we need the shock arrows, and Muzu knows where they are. I actually know where to get them, but I will show this off with you. And Sidon will actually not let you go and help him with the divine beast if you just like if you don't have the right amount of shock arrows. But I'll talk about that later. But yeah, we need the shock arrows. So I will find a different way, because there's a very dangerous way of getting the shock arrows. So I'm gonna do it a different way. But first, let's talk to Muzu and Sidon. And here we go. They're all arguing together. So here we go. You came all the way down in here, but it was in vain. I have no desire to speak with you. Well, listen, Muzu. There is something you need to know. He who stands here, the man who called Link, is the one whom my sister Mipha had feelings for. I was only a child then, so I did not know it myself at the time, but I grew up hearing my father tell stories, some of which were about my sister's undying love for a Hylian named Link. What? No! You cannot fool me with just a fanciful lie, not this, Zora. How could Lady Mipha possibly have feelings for a Hylian like him? The facts are clear. He remembers nothing, even when he looks upon Mipha's statue. It is the truth, Muzu. Though you never knew it, he was ever in Mipha's heart. But yeah, Muzu said we don't remember, but now that we get a good look on Mipha, Link is starting to remember. They're playing the memory music. They're playing the memory music. We're going to have a Mipha memory, just like we did with Rivali. We had a memory of Rivali. Time for a memory with Mipha. This time it will be more pleasant. The memory with Rivali wasn't very pleasant, so I'll stay quiet, and let's watch the memory. There's Divine Beast Varuta.
This reminds me of the time we first met. You were just a reckless child. Always getting yourself hurt at every turn. Every time, I would heal you, just as I'm doing right now. I thought it was funny how, being a Hylian, you looked grown up so much faster than I did. I was always willing to heal your wounds, even back then.
And his wounds are healed.
So if this Calamity Ganon does in fact return, what can we really do? We just don't seem to know much about what we'll be up against. But know this, that no matter how difficult this battle might get, if anyone ever tries to do you harm, then I will heal you. No matter when or how bad the wound, I hope you know that I will always protect you. Once this whole thing is over, maybe things can go back to how they used to be when we were young. You know. Perhaps we could spend some time together.
What is the matter? What's the matter, Link? Are you unwell? You're quivering like a hatchling. Whatever is the matter? Mipha, I remember. What? Do not mistake me for a fool, Hylian. There was no way you would remember her just now when it is most convenient. In any case, without any solid proof, I cannot possibly take you at your word. If you have any such proof, now is the time to show it. Do so, and I shall tell you how to get those shock arrows. Yes, as well as anything else you wish to know. Have you truly not figured it out yet? Simply take a closer look at what Link is wearing. You really think changing your clothes is gonna make me... Huh? What in the... That is the Zora armor from before. Lady Mipha made that by hand and it fits you perfectly. What is the meaning of this? Now you understand, do you not? Now you know who her heart belonged to and who she made the special armor for. The fact that this armor fits Link perfectly should be proof enough that Lady Mipha made it for him and him alone. You have always disliked Hylians even before the Great Calamity. That is why Mipha never told you. Now that you know, you must promise to help him and save us all. Muzu, please tell us where we can find the shock arrows we need. Knowing you, I bet you have already figured it out. I would never imagine she would make that special armor for one such as he. I do not approve of asking for help from a Hylian, but I suppose it's our only option at this point. I'm a proud Zora. That means I must take responsibility for my unwarranted behavior toward you. As promised, I shall tell you where I can collect as many shock arrows as you need. That tall mountain over yonder. It is called Ploymus Mountain, and there you will also find Shatterback Point. A terrifying creature has made its home up there. This awful beast shoots volley after volley of shock arrows. Even a single one could be fatal to a Zora. Aha! You mean that Lionel! He's a man-beast, that one! That beast does indeed wield shock arrows. That is certainly one way to collect them quickly. He is vicious to be sure, but I am certain Link will rise to the challenge. In order to appease the divine beast, I estimate that you will need, at least 20 shock arrows. Do you think you can gather that many? Why do you still doubt him, Muzu? I have no doubt he will be triumphant. Okay, Link, let's get moving. The fastest way to Ploymus Mountain is to ascend the waterfall east of the domain. That Zora armor should come in handy. Just swim up the waterfall basin and then go up the waterfall from there. I'll wait at East Reservoir Lake, right by Divine Beast. Gather at least 20 shock arrows and then come join me. I'm on it. Wonderful. Together we shall stop that divine beast's onslaught. Alright, yep. Up that mountain. So yeah. Basically what we're going to need to do is go up that mountain, but we can't because that beast, that Lino, is way too powerful. I'm not confident in myself. I mean, I might survive, but I have an easier way. So if you, have you guys ever heard of Lurelin Village? It's a optional village that you don't need to go to. You just follow the coast of Hateno Bay, and you'll get there. They sell like shock arrows there. I don't know how many. I remember getting 20 shock arrows there though. I remember. I know that there is at least 20 shock arrows. That might be all they sell, but they definitely sell 20 shock arrows. And so yeah, that's where I'm gonna go get them. So yeah, Lurelin Village is like, so yeah, you see, you follow along Hateno, the bay of Hateno on the beach, and then you just follow the coast, and then you'll get to Lurelin Village. So that is where that's gonna be. So I'll see you there in the next episode. That's where I'm gonna be going. In the next episode, you'll see me buying shock arrows, and then we'll go to East Reservoir Lake with Sidon, maybe fight Divine Beast Ruta, and yeah, and then we're gonna. Then I'm probably not gonna finish the Divine Beast next episode. Maybe the episode after the next episode. Hopefully, but it might be a little longer. I don't want to make my videos way too long, but anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you press a like. If you love the video, you can subscribe so you can see more of my videos and get notified every time I upload a video if you turn on notifications. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all later in another episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where we beat this game without dying, and I will see you all later in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks so much for watching once again.